First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, our holiday coverage kicks off with a good one here, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. Able to fight through one tackle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down. And off to Gibbs, headed right here. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
And the Titans come to the line now, 1st and 10.
At their own 22. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense. This unit 3rd best in the NFL at stopping the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in run
close. It was blown up in the backfield.
On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you plan on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
He'll look to throw.
He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
The Lions at 8-2 on the year. They come in off a loss last time out, but still in the midst of a great season. Winners at 8 of their last 10.
And quite frankly, there wasn't a whole lot to draw on in the loss last week because they were dominating every phase of the game. You've got to hope that they show a little more life in this one because they certainly didn't have it in their last outing.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 5.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Into the hands of Williams across the formation.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 33. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Talk about this Lions defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
23 yards, the final tally.
Let's go now.
finding Harris on back-to-back plays.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
And now the throw here is incomplete. And with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Now a 2nd and 10.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Second and 10.
Pat the street. Pat the street.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Time is called. Looks like a number of the Titans in some discomfort out there. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Now Willis to throw.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From the end zone, here comes Williams.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Collins.
Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Here we go, shot. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Right there, right there.
They'll look to throw here. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a third game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the third one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Broken tackle. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Titans. 63 yards on a punt return score. And the Titans have taken the lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
From the end zone, here comes Williams.
And bulldozing his way through.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Now a give to Gibbs, running left.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs.
And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They're going to look to throw.
He'll let this go deep for St. Brown.
It's caught at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run with Gibbs.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And he's got it. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. First and 10 now. Willis and the Titans
at their own 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
They go play action with Willis.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Off the play fake, here's Willis.
And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long.
He's across midfield, and it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is second and 6. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Here now, third and a yard. Willis with a quick throw out wide. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on third and a yard.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Come on, come on. Hey. Cut 19. Cut 19.
On first down, Willis.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. After the sack here, second and 11.
Willis.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
On third down, it's Willis.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Now Willis on the bootleg.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Last play of the half. Here's Willis. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run between them.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. On the return is Williams. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side complete. That's Collins. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play.
I'll I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A give, right side for Gibbs. Able to spin free, and down inside the 15 he goes.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll set up to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
St. Brown in motion right. On second down, here's Gibbs.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Got St. Brown running the quick slant here.
And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be fourth down.
Brings up fourth down and 1.
They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
He'll try again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line.
They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's third and goal. They held him out on second down, and now here's third and goal. They'll look to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on fourth and goal. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Kick is good. And the lead grows to 14 and 24-10.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
First down, Titans, gain of 12.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Pass the 60, pass the 60. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
On first down, Willis.
They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Escaping the pressure right. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Throw left side going to be taken in by Harris. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there.
With his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. We're on to the fourth here on Thanksgiving Day. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. They'll go again with Gibbs. Down the sideline he goes. And he will finally be taken down at the Titans' 31-yard line. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the end around, here comes Williams.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
12 more yards there and another first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
But he really hasn't ran the ball all game. And he will score! Touchdown, Lions! A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 of the year. And the Lions extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The second down throw by Willis.
Flushed out right. Oh, it stays up. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Willis looking to throw on first down.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
Now Willis on first and 10.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Second down, Willis looks to throw here.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Wow, about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down. Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Willis, gotta have this one.
Flush to his right.
This pass deep for Okonkwo. Oh, a Cardinal sin there, thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Little tough choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick six will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense call, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. A little juke, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On second down, they'll run it here. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Going quickly out to the right side. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. A little jet sweep to start the drive. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.